Aloha everybody, Kaiwaza with you. Welcome back to my channel and our continuing journey through my Hawaiian record collection. And today we continue with the letter P, right where we left off in the last video. And that brings us to our first record, which is a strange one called Charley, Papaya, and His Hawaiians Visit Mexico. Not a record you see every day. This is on Jubilee Records. There's no date on it, definitely the 60s. And I got to read a little bit of this liner note to you. Do you recall the Kilauea crater on Mauna Loa, lava fountains and volcano watching? Remember the sound of the Hawaiian guitars floating gently off the surrounding islands? Charley Papaya plays that authentic sound. That just kind of jumped out at me because I'm like, oh wait, so you're sitting on Kilauea crater and you're hearing music floating off of surrounding islands? Like, okay, whatever, Charley Papaya. Anyway, this is a steel guitar band playing medleys of Mexican tunes and a very groovy Hawaiian arrangement. Actually love this record. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm about 90% sure that the steel guitarist on this album is Billy Mure. Uncredited, but it definitely sounds like him. I love this record. Charley Papaya. Never ran across any other records of like Charley Papaya and His Hawaiians in Italy, or Charley Papaya and His Hawaiians in China, or anything like that, but I would love to run across them if they're out there. This record I had since I was a little kid. In fact, this is the original copy I had when I was a little kid, and it came from in Horseheads, New York, that strip mall that was by the overpass that had a Grand Way, and I think this came from like the Murphys 5 and 10 or something like that in there. I remember getting it as a little kid. I need to get an updated copy because this one's kind of beaten up. But Paradise Island Trio, Paradise Island. Now this is on, I should say the rendition of Adventures in Paradise is particularly nice on this album. A little nice drumming, sort of minimalistic, and it's a nice version of Adventures in Paradise. Decca Records, they credit Owen Bradley with the guitarist. I guess is like a guest artist on this album, but who they don't mention is that Jerry Bird is playing the steel guitar. It's definitely Jerry Bird on steel guitar. Like that record. Here's one of these fun records that's, for the most part, not Hawaiian songs. There's a couple Hawaiians. Well, there's a few. Actually, there's more than a couple on this one. Okay, never mind. Forget what I just said. This is basically a Hawaiian record. Whatever. By a group out of England called the Paradise Islanders. The album is Hawaiian Party. One of the few recorded versions I have come across of the theme from the movie Tiara Tahiti. I've not seen that movie, but there's only seems to be a couple of versions of the theme song out there. This one is on Major Minor Records, and it is from the year 1969. Now, in a similar vein, it might actually really even be the same people. It's the same name, but I know it's not literally the same group, but it might be a lot of the same people. This is the Paradise Islanders also. The album is called Through Hawaiian Eyes. This release that I have is, I think it's from China or Taiwan or Singapore or something. I can't tell. It's China, Taiwan, or Singapore. But I think it was released in the UK under the same title with the same label. However, the Paradise Islanders, I have read, this particular group on this record, the Paradise Islanders, is AKA the Big Ben Hawaiian Band, who have a lot of records out. For whatever reason, they recorded as the Paradise Islanders for this record. And it's this one, not Hawaiian songs, pop songs in Hawaiian style, just like mostly what the Big Ben Hawaiian Band did. And just like the Big Ben Hawaiian Band, I mean, some of these songs are really cute versions. Like, they did some really cute up-tempo, sort of cute versions of some songs in a Hawaiian style that I really enjoyed. Through Hawaiian Eyes is the name of the album, if I didn't say that. Interesting 1960s artwork going on there also. Okay, now we're up to a group that I love, a group from Hawaii. Ooh, imagine that. Who had a couple of different leaders and had, you know, some slight membership changes, but kept a very consistent sound throughout the career. And that's the Paradise Serenaders. I think I might have these albums in order. I'm not sure. Billy Gonsalves and the Paradise Serenaders. Now, these guys have kind of a long history of entertaining in various lounges and hotels and things in Hawaii. So, very, very polished sound. Love them. Very distinctive, very polished, very loungy, very jet set. I mean, beautiful harmonies throughout their career. Great stuff by the Paradise Serenaders, and very identifiable. I mean, you kind of hear it and you go, ooh, Paradise Serenaders. One I have is a promotional copy, and it's on Makaha Records. Now, interestingly, this is so frustrating when this happens, and I have several instances of it in the Hawaiian music industry. So that's Makaha Records, Billy Gonsalves, and the Paradise Serenaders. That's the name of the album. Then we see from Lehua Records, a different company, a record called Billy Gonsalves and his Paradise Serenaders. I mean, like, why do you do that? Why don't you just call it, you know, pick out a song title, you know, whatever, or something, Pikake, and by, you know, why call it, I don't get it. Anyway, here it is, Billy Gonsalves and the Paradise Serenaders on Lehua Records. Great stuff, right? You hear beautiful, beautiful music, Lehua Records. Then we have the new Paradise Serenaders, Rodney Arias, and the new Paradise Serenaders. We're actually very similar to the old Paradise Serenaders, but, you know, sound-wise, great stuff as well. Rodney Arias carrying on with the new Paradise Serenaders. And then we have another one, Rodney, Arias, and the Paradise Serenaders, Island by the Sea. This one's a little bit later. Still has kind of a similar sound, but a little more disco-y era kind of a sound. And he also, Rodney Arias, kind of recorded on his own and did some more, did a record. Rodney Arias presents Sand, which we've already seen under the letter S, which is Sand, formerly known as the Paradise Islanders, Paradise Serenaders, so it's a little different sounding though. Okay. Then one more. We will finish up today with a rather unusual album. I've only come across this record once from a place that I really don't know much about, a historical landmark or place on Kauai, an attraction, gardens, and I guess like a show, and I don't know, some things to do used to be there, called Paradise Pacifica. I'm not very familiar with it, but Paradise Pacifica. This is the group from Paradise Pacifica recording live before the audience of the Berkeley Community Concert Association of Berkeley, California during their festival. Selections from their presentation called Polynesia from 1974. Apparently autographed by everyone. So you can see it's different performances from different parts throughout the Pacific there. And again, Kauai's Paradise Pacifica, I really don't know much about that place. Historically, I don't know. Anyway, but there's a historical remnant of it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any of these records or any interest in them or comments about them, I'd enjoy hearing from you. And I hope you have a good week. We will see you in the next video.